I actually wonder if I should just go down here and intercept everything, especially like those troop transports. And then just use this portion of the fleet, or at least a small section of it, to defend Blader. I'm just gonna call it Blader. I don't want to resort to calling the system Bladder. That's just offensive. So all... Whoa, non-aggression pack's done, so I gotta get... Oh, I'm already out, so... I got all of the intel I could probably get, unfortunately. I was hoping to get a little bit more. At least more useful intel. I don't know what to make out of this, besides the fact that I should just stick with what I'm doing for my ships here and don't really need to adjust for what they're doing. Because the tech's pretty limited on their troops, on the troop side of things, oddly enough. Okay, I'll just leave troops as is. Where's the Folvar? Did they run away? Or, oh, they're probably in the Federation boundary, and that might be why. That's the only thing I can think of. And Kular actually has its battle station up now, so I'm actually getting even more fleet strength from this, so... Slow process, but we're getting there. Oh, I'm forgetting again, which planet was this? Okay, this was Sigma. So I don't quite know just yet what exactly I'm going to use this planet for, unfortunately. But I think it's safe to say I can utilize these two techs here. Yeah, especially since they're cheap on maintenance, so that's fine there. We got Mockery 1. Swamp World there, it's all production at the moment. And I can actually build some... Wow, I could build a bunch of citizens I didn't realize. So I might as well do that for obvious reasons. More income, more production, more everything. So I am okay with that. And I think that's everything. Whoop, nope. I'm actually missing Corsi and Igning. Oh, this is the... Oh, this is not the... Cux one, is it? Oh yeah, this is a Cux one that's having food issues, and I don't know why. Why is it not benefiting from... food? Oh. Mine's 2 for food exports. That's weird. I don't quite get this. How is this supposed to work? I could not say. So I guess that means I need to try and solve this problem then if I want to get any more value out of it. Although it's going to be slow growth process. Yes, it's ultra poor, go figure. I kind of wish right now that I had the option to like use freighters to transport production from other worlds onto Corzine right now, because that would help a lot. Because they're not as useful here right now. Not to mention, it's not even benefiting from the subterranean trait, which seems kind of dumb. I figured it would work, but I'm not getting the 15 population I should be having. So as far as I'm concerned, it's pretty much a wasted trait. And since I keep on talking, I'm forgetting which systems it is as well. So this is Igning 3. Poor world, so yeah. These plans aren't offering me too much besides like revenue for the populations that I have with the Volvar. So we're one step closer now to the Titan tech. We have the materials, we have currently the ability to boost our resource production. So this is a tough choice. We got Deep Core Mine, which would be perfect for the asteroids, as well as my production worlds, especially my Opteris ones once I get charging hubs on. Since food penalty is not really an issue there. We also got precious minerals, which is also promising, so this is a really tough choice. This is a really tough choice indeed. I think I'm gonna go with deep core mining because I have not seen that before, but I know for a fact there's subterranean farms. And I'll have to hope I get lucky with the mineral richness. Because I do have quite a few ultra rich asteroid belts at least, if that counts. It might probably only work for plants though. But even I have a few of those as well. So we'll get deep core mine for obviously the massive boost in production they'll give me. Especially now that I have the atmospheric filters. To completely negate the pollution. Then we're really going to supercharge our production in preparation for that. Dang it, lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, the Titans. Because that's going to require a lot of productions with all the tech I'm going to put on there. So I think I'm gonna let this battleship go, or battle station go, and then we'll just skip through the fight, see how the results look. Especially since if I focus fire on any of the cruisers, can I take them out? Considering how low armor they have. So I'll see you all on the other side. Okay, just like last time, that didn't really last very long. But, on the good news, if I can find it, I did manage to take out one of their cruisers. I tried really hard to take on a battleship, but it was just too difficult to hit because something was always in the way absorbing the shots. But if I could find it, yeah, there we go. We got the Holy Raffaralos at least, so we got something big to actually reduce their fleet strength a little bit. So that counts for something. And apparently, so yeah, it did. Whoa, is that actually the amount of damage it did? Despite the overwhelming numbers, it actually did more damage than it actually took at the end of that, so there's something I hadn't really thought of. Hit 52 kills, but of course a lot of them are smaller ships and fighters. Something that's pretty much easily replaced, but the cruiser kill is probably worthwhile. And I crippled another battleship there. So maybe I can get that on the next attempt. That might be worth pursuing. Here's hoping at least. Fingers crossed. We're slowly starting to make ground. And I'm assuming that's what? Minus at least 3 points reduction on the fleet strength. Well, 2 I guess because it had the command modules, so slowly bring it down. Probably nothing meaningful, but hey, really, what else can this planet do? Because all the ships are going to get demolished quite heavily, unless I can make something that's actually more powerful. Come to think of it, would building a Hercules Beetle be better? Because that has more emphasis on the shields. I'm willing to say no if I were to be perfectly honest, but that's a thought that I had not considered. Interesting indeed. Probably would have to be the one without the canopy shield, maybe. Actually, it's probably better. Probably worth sticking with the regular Hercules Beetle, or the Mark III. Because if I remember correctly, the reason I'm thinking is because I don't think the canopy shields benefit from the hard shield. But that's easily double the amount of armor anyway, so it's probably worth having. It's just not going to be very good at taking out anything from long range, so this probably will backfire a little bit, but hey, something different to really try our luck. Probably pointless, but hey. We know that the battle station is a slow crawl, so hopefully this will work out better. Nothing like a flyby infantry transport murder. It just happened to get in the way. I feel sorry for him, so I'm gonna go straight for the wormhole, or at least intercept, and that will conveniently get in the way of this fleet here. Right? That is gonna be how it works, I hope. Let's find out. Yep, perfect. No, I was wrong. God damn it. Why didn't that work the way I would have liked? So this is gonna go badly, we already know. Because these things are a lot more resilient than the poor Folvar. And now the Folvar fleet's gonna get away because I have to turn around and defend against this. Unless I choose to let them go, considering the bugged out mechanics. We'll have to see. At least start taking out some of these missiles. A little bit anyway. Hopefully I can take out some of these ships, a good handful before the battle station goes down, because his armor's going down really fast. Or shields even, so it's not going to last too long. So I'm willing to say it probably won't. I don't know why. I just didn't want to click on him, so I didn't waste the entire turn of moving, because, hey, we saw exactly what happened there when I flew past the planet when I was going to sector earlier. So, the question remains, will I actually be able to intercept it as I'm flying by or not? Okay, there we go. I'm confident in this, but now that I don't have a battle station, will get a little bit trickier. That seems dumb though. Why did they have to attack the battle station first? This is actually going to be a tight fight though, or a tough fight. Ooh, there's our savior Kular. It's actually going to get witness its first fight. I actually forget what it's equipped with, but this is going to be a momentous moment, isn't it? And like I said, this will be a bit of a tough fight. But with only 2 cruisers and 2 battleships, this actually may not be as bad as I think it'll be. But I think the obvious thing we want to do is have the Savior and my Hercules Beetle pretty much leading the front. So that way their shields can absorb as much of the damage as they can. Actually, I don't even need to escort them, aside from maybe my consorts. So let me just go full speed, make sure everything is set up the way it is. Ooh, and I actually got a carrier, drone ship. Do I have any more before I forget about him? No, I don't. So this will just hang in the back a little bit. And we're gonna put them to good use. Oh, they're already fighting, and of course we're getting a bit of slowdown as well, so that's no surprise. I don't think that's surprising anyone, quite frankly. So this is gonna stink. And they actually switching to missiles too, I'm noticing. So I'm gonna have to be mindful and careful of that. But this slowdown is really killing the enjoyment, isn't it? Let's see, if I went to slow mode, does that work? It works well there. Not perfectly. Why aren't these things attacking? Okay, they are attacking. I don't know what they're shooting, but they're attacking. What the hell are these things shooting? They're not even shooting a beam laser for crying out loud. Of course, with the slowdown, it's kind of hard to control everything properly or be aware of what's going on, which kind of stinks. Oh, Savior Coolar is losing his shield strength, so time to boost those shields up. At least that's kind of one thing I like about these canopy shields, because I can boost the shield. I can use the canopy shield to kind of protect itself as it recharges the inner shield, kind of. So I've got two layers of defense that I can manipulate at will. It's almost kind of like turning the ship in a sense, if you have multiple shields on like different aspects of the ship there. Like turning around to its starboard side to kind of protect the port shields as they regenerate. I think it's safe to say it's gonna go well, but I'm still wondering why you can't attack with these things, or they just attack randomly. Because I am not seeing a command here to attack with them, interestingly enough. Oh, and I even got Explorer here for some reason I didn't realize. Well, there's a waste of an Explorer right there. Could have been put to something more useful. So I think we cleaned up the majority of them. It just looks like there's one cruiser here, a couple of frigates that are chasing my fighters, and that's it. And we have the one drone ship that's sitting there shooting its random shots of weaponry that it has. And the Savior still has his shield, so it's perfectly fine there. We don't have to worry about that ship going down. So it's doing its part. I don't know how well it's doing it, mind you, but with photon torpedoes, it should have an easy time hitting those frigates and corvettes. And that's the fight. So, where is our Savior at? Got medals going around all around, obviously. One of our Hornets max leveled. There's our Savior. It is now level 4. It took no armor damage. And I don't know if it's gained any new medals or if I already had that, to be honest. So it's hard to say, but it's level 2. Oh, there's the Silver Eagle, the boost to fighters by 10%. So that's not bad. And there's our Mark III Hercules Beetle, which of course is a very impressive ship, especially with it max leveled. And what did I lose? Obviously I lost drones, that's kind of normal. That's to be expected. Consort. Seriously? I did not lose a single ship, besides the one consort. Fighters don't count because they get to rebuild every turn. So they are pretty much free to rearm. But I only lost a single corvette out of that. And that seems like a very fearsome fleet at that too. I am very satisfied with that. It sucked that even that battle had to slow down a little bit in the frames, but still, that was impressive. I just got to take out the Volver now, which we already know is going to be an even easier threat. Okay, and another rift open. Where is it, though? That is like finding a needle in a haystack, I gotta say. Where the hell would another dimensional rift be? Because we know there's that one there. Oh, I see it. I think it's time to put my fleet to the test against the master fleet. Even though we know where they're gonna bug out on us. And pretty much do nothing there. This will be an opportunity that we cannot pass up. And I am so looking forward to actually fighting back against the master fleet. That's been a constant annoyance and an annoying thorn in my side, no less. I was gonna say something else. And I forgot what it was. I'm trying to concentrate here. This is not really my forte, so I got excuses. So, let's finish off this Volver fleet quickly, so the real fight can begin. And then, hopefully, we'll be ready for the next one. ETA 7 turns. Did I read that right? Jesus. That would have freaked me out. So, I think it's safe to say what's going to happen here. I'm just going to sit back and let the fireworks fly. Oh wait, they're going to have mass drivers, so that's not going to work as well as I would like. But, I do have canopy shields. So that's going to be, works superbly for me as far as shielding my fleet from that mass driver barrage. So let's admire it for a little bit, shall we? It is also a pretty sizable fleet. But don't be fooled. Not even for a second. You can tell just how inferior the fleet is, just by how slowly they're going with the nuclear engines. That is a lot of railguns, so actually, I might as well take care of them. Alright, let the fun begin. I don't even need to say anything there. We're just going to steamroll right over them. And they are catching on. They are actually deploying more missile ships, I'm noticing. Which is probably not helping very much for my the frame rate here either. Which kind of stinks. But best of all, the missiles cannot catch the Hercules Beetle. If I really put the effort into it, they would not be able to catch him. So the missiles are not really doing too much. The consorts are pretty much doing the one job I designed them for, and that is all that point defense weaponry. The cluster cannons kind of help as well though. And there goes our Volvar Armada. I'm willing to say, yeah, only one single drone died. That was almost a perfect run. I feel bad for the Volvar right now. They can amass a mighty fleet. It was a large fleet. It looked powerful, but in the end, it didn't mean nothing. It was like stepping on an ant. And for the rest of this game, the Volvar will have to live with the fact that they're going to be conquered and have to live under the rules of another